1926. Buckingham Palace is preparing for Princess Elizabeth's christening. At Queen Mary's bodice, a small brooch, a central pearl with a detachable pendant. The image holds. Nearly a century later, in a world of screens and algorithms, the Foreign Office commissions the first virtual portrait of a monarch in history. At the chest of that same Elizabeth, now Queen, the same brooch. Between these two frames, 170 years, 4 generations, more than 100 countries. Mid-19th century, London. The House of Garrard receives a commission from Princess Augusta of Hesse Cassel, wife of Prince Adolphus, Duke of Cambridge, son of King George III. The jewelers create a piece, a large pearl at center, diamonds surrounding it, silver setting. The defining feature, a detachable pear-shaped pendant. 3 ways to wear it: the full brooch, brooch without pendant, pendant on a chain. When Augusta dies, the piece passes to her daughter, Princess Mary Adelaide, Duchess of Teck, then to her daughter, Queen Mary. The line runs through women, each time by will. 1926. Princess Elizabeth's christening. Queen Mary chooses this brooch. 1948. Prince Charles's christening. Again, the same piece. 2 dynastic moments, 1 object. The lens lingers each time at the bodice. 1953. Queen Mary dies. All her jewels pass to her granddaughter, Elizabeth II. The collection numbers in the hundreds, tiaras, necklaces, bracelets, but this brooch she wears more than any other. 1976. Official portraits for a jubilee. Elizabeth selects her great-grandmother's brooch. 1979. Lord Mountbatten's funeral, a ceremony of mourning. At her chest, the same piece. The context shifts from celebration to grief. The form remains constant. 2012. Diamond Jubilee, 60 years of reign. The brooch appears in frame again. 2014. Christmas broadcast to the nation. Millions of screens. On each, a close shot of the upper body. The brooch clearly visible. Between these appearances, diplomatic visits, Elizabeth II travels to more nations than any monarch before her. More than 100 countries, different climates, protocols, ceremonies. The brooch accompanies many of these journeys, one object crossing continents. Archive footage records it. Australia, Canada, African nations, Asia. Geography accumulates. The silver setting doesn't change. The pearl stays central. The pendant, sometimes present, sometimes removed, depending on the occasion. 2022. The Foreign Office commissions a virtual portrait. Britain's first digital portrait of a monarch. Not canvas, not marble, pixels and algorithms. The commission made as tribute to the Queen's diplomatic journey. A woman who physically crossed more borders than any of her predecessors. For the portrait, they select jewels, the 3-strand pearl necklace, Elizabeth's signature, her own mark, and the Cambridge brooch, not the simplified version. The full piece, with pendant. The choice of form carries weight. The detachable section could have been removed, but they leave it. Main brooch and pendant together. The object that accompanied the Queen through every protocol in the world now exists as code. Physical geography becomes digital. The camera in the virtual portrait repeats the angle of official photographs. The pose echoes portraits from the 70s. The brooch in the same place, just left of center at her bodice. Silver, pearl, diamonds. A setting 170 years old, translated into a format less than 10. From Augusta to Mary Adelaide, from Mary to Mary, from Mary to Elizabeth. 4 women, 4 eras. Each time the brooch passes by will, the line holds. The 1850s, creation. The 1920s, christenings. The 1950s, passed to a young queen. The 1970s through 2010s, public appearances. The 2020s, virtual portrait. Each generation chooses this brooch for precise moments, dynastic events, state occasions, ceremonies of mourning, the geography of diplomacy. Over time, the object accumulates contexts. But the construction doesn't change. Silver remains silver. The pearl stays at center. The pendant still detaches and returns. In the archives, dozens of frames. Different years, different countries, different circumstances. Always that recognizable form. Pear-shaped pendant, diamond setting around the central pearl. Beside this brooch, the 3-strand pearl necklace that will become Elizabeth's constant companion. 2 objects creating a visual code, inheritance and personal style. The virtual portrait exists only in digital space. The brooch that physically traveled more than 100 countries now journeys as pixels, an object with the longest physical geography translated into a format with no weight, no distance. Between the christening of 1926 and the portrait of 2022, nearly a century. One object, 4 owners, hundreds of appearances, geography, protocol, dynasty. For now, it's just repetition. But in such repetitions, over time something accumulates, something that holds the line. If you found this journey worth taking, you know where to find more. Thank you for watching.